everybody, it's Jen, Scrapbena Creations. Welcome to the first Mix It Up Monday for the Crafty Maven Getaway. And today I am using the new Avery L Stay Fresh pineapple stamp to make a shaker card. So I'm just using some Spectrum Noirs here, and I did show the colors to color up this pineapple. And I am a Canadian, but I happen to be on vacation right now visiting Danielle Brown in California, and so I'm using her desk and many of her crafty things to get this card done. So you'll see her, she pops in and out of this video, she helps me with a few things. But I'm just using 3 colors here to blend out this pineapple, and I think it ends up looking pretty cute. So here I'm going to start with the greens. I start with a really light one just for a base coat, and then I come in with some darker and then just blend them out. Now you'll notice at the bottom left hand of the screen I colored one of these up just to make sure it was going to go really well, and I fussy cut it out. So once I get this one colored out, I'm going to swap it for the other one so you don't have to see me fussy cut on video. So this is a piece of paper from the Dear Lizzie Neapolitan line, and I'm just using the smushing technique. I'm not sure if anybody's using a more kind of official formal name for it, but I'm really loving it, and I think it looks really great on cards, on 12x12s. I've done it with 3x4 Project Life cards, and I didn't even use any water this time. I just sprayed it, put it on. This is, that color was the coral, I believe, the Heidi Swap coral. I used 3. I used the mustard, the coral, and the citron. So here's the citron. And I sprayed it and tried to move it around a little bit. Now I will go back, I'm going to do the mustard after this, and then I'm going to go back and add a little bit more of the citron in the bottom right hand corner. So just going to touch that with the heat gun just to make sure that it's nice and dry before I lay down the next color, which is the mustard. But with the Heidi Swap sprays, they don't really tend to mix into each other, so you don't really need much drying time with it. So this is the darkest of the 3 colors, but I found that it really tied in the pineapple color that I used. So I tend to, when I do this technique, I tend to go from lightest to darkest. So same as I color, I guess. So this is almost finished, and you're going to see I am going to bring the citron back in. Just dabbing that little spot right there, which actually when you see the card close up, it looks like a little heart. So here's the citron again. I'm just going to do it in that bottom corner, which is kind of funny because it mostly gets covered up in the end, but I just wanted to balance it out a bit more. So I'm just going to try that one last time, and then I'm going to move on to cutting the pieces for the shaker card. So that's finished, and I'm just going to move everything out of the way. And here comes Danny. So she's going to use her Cuttlebug. I have a Big Shot. So she said she would cut these for me. So these are just Lawn Fawn rectangle stitch dies. So we taped them together with washi tape so that it wouldn't move. But in the end, I don't think I end up getting, I used fun foam as the layers for the shaker card, and I don't quite get them on 100% straight, but that's okay. So Danny's just cutting these out for me, and there you go. There's the card base. We had already cut out the fun foam. So I'm just going to adhere the piece of paper that I put the ink down on and get that ready to go. And then I'm just going to build the shaker card. So I'm going to use the glossy accents in the fine line bottle. And you're going to see, yeah, I had to get Danny to help me undo it because I'd never used it before and I couldn't get the lid off. So I'm just going to lay down the glossy accents so it doesn't move and so that the sequins don't fall out. And I'm just going to use the EK Success powder tool here on the sides between the two layers of foam sheets that we die cut to make sure that the sequins don't stick to it. So then I'm just going to adhere that down. And I think I did. Oh no, I thought for a second maybe I cut that piece out. So I'm just going to lay down the pineapple there to see which of the sentiments I want to use. And I end up using the one that says, You're a Delight. So I'm just going to ink that up with some VersaFine, and then I'm going to use this acetate sheet, which you can emboss. So, not sure why the video is skipping the way it is. We've been having trouble with the Movie Maker program all night. So I'm going to stamp that on there, and then I'm going to heat emboss it in clear. And I, of course, forgot to use the powder tool before I laid that down. So I'm going to put the clear embossing powder on, and then you're going to see me get not a toothbrush, a paintbrush, and I'm just going to clean some of that up. But it really doesn't stick that much to the acetate. So I'm going to emboss that, and then I'm going to just put the card together. So I just almost finished the final steps, and I'm just going to put the sequins in. These are some, I think Danny said some Studio Calico sequins. So I've got some gold, some peach, and some green. And because I use glossy accents, I just used her Cuttlebug plate to just kind of make sure that it adheres down nicely. So then I'm going to bring in this black. This is from the Highline Basic Gray line, and you can see here I didn't have it 100% straight, but that's okay. So I'm going to adhere the pineapple, and I'm going to use some glossy accents again so that it adheres nicely to the acetate. And then I'm going to use Wink of Stella all over the pineapple, and it gives it a really beautiful shine. And then I'm going to use the glossy accents over the entire pineapple. So I'm just going to finish that up. I'm going to give you guys a close-up. And then I have a picture of the outside as well as I finished the inside off camera. So I hope you enjoyed the first Mix It Up Monday. Talk to y'all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.